covering news where you live. This is 5 News.
Well, thank you for joining us here for the latest news and weather where you live. I'm Joe Ellison. Today is back to school for those in Oklahoma. We have a rundown of some new laws, even funding. But first, let's get a check of the weather with meteorologist Zach Scott. And Zach, what is the week looking like for those heading back to school in Oklahoma?
Well, we're still overall going to be in an active pattern, but we are getting a break from the very active pattern that's been going on since last Friday, where we've had several days in a row, 6 days in a row, where we've had showers and thunderstorms in parts of 5 country. We get a break. We're all dry today, sunshine, warm, still muggy, but then we're right back into it for Friday and the weekend. I'll show you that. Mid to upper 80s, northwest Arkansas. It's going to feel, when you factor in the mugginess, more like the low 90s to around 93 degrees. On the backside of the front, that kicked up the final round of storms yesterday evening. We do have a little bit of a north wind, but it's not too strong, and it hasn't really brought in a cooler, drier air mass. It didn't really scour out the moisture, so we're still muggy, plus all the rainfall we've had of late. Upper 80s to low 90s for most of the River Valley. Far eastern areas of the River Valley, maybe more mid to upper 80s. You factor in the mugginess here, going to feel more like the mid to upper 90s. So still plenty humid out there, but still not as hot as what we were doing last week before we got in this active pattern. We are looking at rain chances already coming back in. Tonight into early Friday, best chance going to be the River Valley south into the Ouachitas. Another disturbance comes in. We go back into that overnight, early morning rain pattern. And then that's going to continue for us, similar to what we saw this weekend. Monday and Tuesday, morning shower chances come in, and then we're quieter for the afternoon. Saturday, mainly north of I-40, and again on Sunday, mainly north of I-40. Best chance overnight, early morning, some scattered showers. Can't rule it out. But that's fine. We're not going into a drought, Joe, and as long as we space out a little bit and scatter it around, we shouldn't have too much flooding concerns.
All right, sounds good. Thanks so much, Zach. Well, going into the school year, safety and security will be a big priority for Oklahoma districts with funding to back it. Legislators approved a $785 million package to help schools across the state with everything from teacher raises to tax credits and more. A 3-year pilot program that is part of that funding will provide every district with money to upgrade security. Schools can use the money for anything from a school resource officer, cameras, lighting, and even storm shelters. Just like most educators across the state, Cameron's new superintendent says he's putting together a plan to add those security upgrades where they're needed the most. Now they're looking into adding a school resource officer.
Again, we'll give myself and our community a little peace of mind, knowing that, hey, we have somebody here that's ready and to help protect our most valued resources, our kids.
Well, for each year of the program, each public school district in the state will receive approximately $96,000. And in addition to school safety resource officers, we know Oklahoma teachers will now have 6 weeks of paid maternity leave after the birth of their child. According to the Oklahoma Senate website, the bill allowing the 6 weeks of paid maternity leave was officially approved by the governor on May 25th this year. Oklahoma lawmakers are trying to do, they say, as much as they can for teachers who want to start a family. With this bill, they think it's just one of the ways to help with the national teacher shortage. Well, now that the bill will be in effect, the hope is for teachers to not leave the workforce. On the Oklahoma Senate website, Senator Jessica Garvin said this is just one more incentive to help recruit and retain highly qualified employees to state agencies. And parents have a long to-do list as kids head back to school, but there is something important many may be overlooking. Annual visits to the eye doctor can help prepare kids for the classroom. Bradley Blackburn explains why school vision screenings, though, may not be enough.
3-year-old Zoe is starting preschool this year, and her mom Anna knows how important it is for her daughter to see clearly.
Because I don't want her to have headaches, I don't want her to have confusion, I don't want her to feel left behind. I just want her to be as comfortable as possible.
Zoe recently started wearing glasses. She picked the color.
What did you choose?
Papa.
1 out of 4 children in the U.S. has a vision disorder that needs to be diagnosed and treated, according to the American Optometric Association. That's why Dr. Viola Konevsky says a comprehensive eye exam like this is critical, once a year.
Just like they're growing, their eyes growing with them.
Most states require schools to conduct some type of vision screening, but eye doctors say it's no substitute for a full exam. In fact, the AOA says school screenings miss up to 75% of kids with vision problems, which can lead to issues in a child's development, school performance, and self-esteem.
We're looking at the retina and the optic nerve and the macula and the lens of the eye.
Dr. Konevsky says kids' eyes should be checked in infancy and then annually starting at age 3 to 5.
7 is pretty much the end of a very, very critical period in the child's visual development.
If caught early, some vision problems can be slowed or even cured.
We brought her in April and her vision's already improving.
A back-to-school test that can be fun for kids
That was so good.
and give them a sharper, clearer future. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
Well, now Arkansas schools will actually start next week, Monday through Wednesday here at 5 News. We'll get you ready for that as well. Make sure you tune in at 5 News. We'll have live reports and information you need to know. But that's it for us here today. Catch up with us again tomorrow right here for more.